We can locate earthquakes from 1.8 to and up. Sometimes in as little as 25 seconds, we get the location, the hypocenter, and the magnitude. And that depends on density. And the software that we use now is Seismomp Pro, and before we used to use Earthquake. They're Earthworm. They're very compatible. To get the density, so Seismomp takes your broadband, Larry's broadband, anybody's broadband, and filters it from 1 hertz to 5 hertz, and throws away the 2 horizontals. So we only use the P, and we only use it filtered. So if you have a $100,000 broadband installation, Seismomp sees it as a geophone, as a vertical geophone. So we built this box here just to drive the software. That is, when we finally decided that we didn't need anything else for the software to work, we have a small box that has a geophone in it, and it also has, and I don't know if, I'll take it apart here for the group, and then I'll show it to the screen. Okay. It's a little board that has only one connection, and that's a power supply that goes into it. And this has a hyperdamper designed by Dave for the geophone. It's just a period extension based on the Littman paper that Leonard used to use, and that paper is open, and this is a very, very simple circuit. And then in this red thing here, with the epoxy in it, is an accelerometer, a 3-channel accelerometer, that's used to make the shake intensity maps. And they're extended. It's a little piezo element that goes from what, 0.5 to 0.3 to about 15 hertz. And so with the geophone, it's captured with this little red clamp in here. Seismomp does the P, and with the accelerometers, Seismomp then makes the intensity maps. And in the Panama area we have about 85 of these little boxes. So our location speed went from 3 or 4 minutes, because we had to involve 6 stations and they were far apart, to the point where we can locate now in 30 seconds in the Panama area. These little boxes we sell for $1,500. And the electronics is a 4-layer board, all surface mount, run by an STM32 processor. And it has a digitizer that is 24 bits for all the 4 channels. It's totally Wi-Fi. So with your smartphone, you connect to your local Wi-Fi, and then the smartphone connects to this Wi-Fi board here, which is a TI chipset 3200, and then you give it the password from your Wi-Fi to the board, and then the board connects to the Wi-Fi without your smartphone, and then it looks for its server, and in the server, again through the smartphone, you've given it the location and the altitude, and so it registers on it, waits for a particular MAC address. So there's almost no configuration in the field. The person takes it, puts it down, gives it the password, and if it turns on the green light, it's good to go. And if it doesn't turn it on, you might as well take it home. So it was meant to be zero configuration because to install one of the 6 Aolas, the other one that we make, takes a technician that has to go out there and do a whole bunch of stuff to it and make sure that it's working and assign inside the machine the SCNL. But this all happens by itself, so it's an Internet of Things thing. It just simply connects, finds its server, the server immediately locates it into the software and begins to use it for solutions. So this is the little board. It's got everything included: the timing, the digitizers, the analog, the Wi-Fi, the bubble level, the LEDs that indicate what it does. And this is a little box. It's just a plastic box from Hammond. We print the red things that you see in there, and we pot the accelerometers. Well, the accelerometer's in there, and it's in it's a plumbing supply cap. It's a brass plumbing supply cap. Yeah. It's epoxy to the board for shielding it from RF, and then the epoxy gives it some thermal mass so that it doesn't float all over the place. we can make these accelerometers for about $50. They're easy to make, and of course the geophone is extended. So this box is simply a box that meets the software requirements for the automatic location systems. And automatic locating is, I think, something that we as a group could do with the sensors that we have, and we'll talk about that later. Any questions from the group?
Why size count over Earth?
Why size count over earthworm?
Not to get me, what page is it? Just see, I see the message.
See what?
That's a sign of something's happening.
Okay.